program. And this one gives me particular joy. A state government in Nigeria, because of course you know, Nigerians make up 50% of the applications to our program. And so, may I call on the representative of Anambra State Government. Anambra State will be sponsoring 15 additional entrepreneurs onto the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program. These are the new ones, but we'll not forget our old partners who've been working with us through the years. May I call on the International Committee of the Red Cross country representative. Red Cross will be sponsoring 180 additional entrepreneurs onto the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program. One last first is a foreign mission. The United States Consulate will be sponsoring 20 additional entrepreneurs in Nigeria on the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program. They were not able to join us today, but I thank them on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program. So, altogether, we do have another partner who is not in the room today. It's a private company called Indorama, and they will be sponsoring 10 additional entrepreneurs. I left the last for the best because Indorama is a company that started with us in 2017. They were the very first. They have been sponsoring 10 entrepreneurs since 2017. They opened the door, and the chairman made a comment. The chairman of Indorama said, somebody must start, and they started. So ladies and gentlemen, the movement is underway. Governments, international development organizations, foreign missions realize that entrepreneurship is the one sustainable way to transform the African economic terrain. They understand that if we are going to come out of poverty, if we're going to thrive as a continent, it is only through entrepreneurship. Truly, ladies and gentlemen, history shows us that it only takes one man to change the course of history. And as far as entrepreneurship in Africa is concerned, as far as empowering African entrepreneurs is concerned, I am about to introduce to the stage that one man. Please stand and join me in welcoming Mr. Tony Elumelu, CON, onto the stage.
Please sit down, please, please sit down. Your Excellency, our amiable, wonderful, and well-admired First Lady of Nigeria, the wife of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, wives of state governors who are here with us today, the Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, supporters, partners, and equally important, His Majesty Chief Pt.2 Banigo. As if anyone said, we're all here because of the generosity and the magnanimity of one man. You know, in the organizations I've run, when it comes to recruitment, I pay serious attention to it. When people apply for jobs, I do my best to read their CVs, because I believe it is one thing I owe the others, because it is something that helped me to be where I am today. So it takes foresight, it takes generosity, it takes energy, it takes hard work, it takes big painstaking and meticulous in going the extra length to change the course of history. So, thank you very much. ladies and gentlemen, we've heard everything I will bore you, especially the young Africans. In fact, someone tweeted 2 days ago, I think, and said he's not been sleeping, he's waiting for this announcement. So if we delay them any further, it will be like INEC results waiting. So we'll go straight soon and do this. Today is my biological date of birth. But what excites me about today is not that. And if I was discussing with somebody, this was 2 days ago, and I said, I don't even know why people celebrate birthdays. Somebody here. And the person said, at least you thank God that you've added 1 more year, that you are alive to add 1 more year. So I said, okay, that's true. Thank God. For me, it's much more than that. Growing up, we've always had one purpose, aspiration or the other. From you want to become a graduate, to you want to have a good job, to you want to overcome economic challenges, poverty, and then to some level where you begin to think of what next. Some think of what next from point of view of increasing their bank balances, accounts, etc. Some think of what next from point of view of trying to change society, in their own little way, from point of view of trying to change society either through political power or other means. Some try recognizing certain natural philosophies, one being that poverty anywhere is a threat to everyone everywhere, to telling us that in the 21st century, must we as Africans continue to have this mentality, entitlement mentality, that some others must develop us and improve our lot. And so I belong to that category. I believe that first, government alone cannot transform Africa. This is encapsulated or captured in the philosophy of Africapitalism. 2, that no one but us will develop our continent. 3, that the private sector has a key role to play in doing this. 4, that when you talk of private sector, not really big businesses that make the difference. The small and medium-scale enterprises are known for creating jobs, alleviating poverty, helping to bridge the inequality gap, helping to make sure that our women are more economically involved in what happens. Because we know that when a woman succeeds, that success is beyond her, beyond her family, it could even be beyond her community. The impact, the benefit of it goes far beyond that. Realizing all of this, and realizing most importantly that at the end of the day, to those who belong to my school of thought, that what counts is not what we have in our bank balances. That what counts is our ability to impact humanity. That what counts is how we are living the world we met. The way our state we found the world, how we contributed our own little quota in making it a better place. It is in realization of this that we founded the Elumelu Foundation and decided that entrepreneurship was the most catalytic way of making little contribution to humanity. And today, as you all join us in celebrating this birthday, we have decided to use it as an opportunity to democratize luck further and institutionalize opportunities, as if he said. Today, we're happy to unveil, announce the selection of 3,050 young African men and women from 54 African countries, men, women, sector agnostic program. So that there will be more prosperity on our continent. So I want to thank everyone. The First Lady, you help us please convey to His Excellency, the President, our congratulatory message to him and his re-election as our President. I say this on behalf of Nigerian entrepreneurs who have benefited from this program. Over 2,400 Nigerians have benefited so far from across from all the states of our country, including Abuja. And in fact, we have seen testimony of people as well, some from some of the far northern states, talk about how they have denounced certain practices because there's now economic opportunities for them. One told us, just selling goods, how he's been able, from the proceeds, to set up school, employed over 100 people, training people, and to him, more importantly, the fact that others are seeing how his life is changing and therefore denouncing extremism. This and many other interventions will now viewpoints how we can change the world. So to Mr. President, for what he's doing, we hope that his second term he will even continue to do more. And for me, on behalf of African entrepreneurs, one single thing we urge Mr. President to help us do this improve on is access to electricity. Because we know that once you improve access to electricity, then our entrepreneurs and this country will flourish. So we are now ready to unveil the 3,050 entrepreneurs for 2019 Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program. Where is it? Where is it? Are we unveiling? Have you sent the information? Have we sent the message? If he hasn't been sent?
Yes, sir.
We're sending it now.
It's going live.
Is it? Are we scrolling it here? It's not going to convey here. Okay, all right. So we will get reaction from those who are successful. You sending emails to people, right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, especially
all the champions, stand up, stand up. Going live right now. All the champions, 2019.
I want to show you the number.
All the champions,
Emails to them.
all the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up. All the champions, all the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. All the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up.
All right, thank you. I'm told that the 3,050 successful African entrepreneurs have just been communicated. So they will know who they are. It's such a transparent process. We don't even know names of people. We work with the firm of Accenture. They help based on the criteria advised to choose these people. But I'm sure social media will still start buzzing. We'll start hearing at the affair. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much.
Oh, no. We're not just going to sneak that in. No, we're going to do that together. Yes. I know he's chairman will refuse, but please, together, can we just do it really quickly? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear chairman. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! applause for our chairman. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, all right. Okay, so this has been very, very enlightening. The process was very fair, and of course, like Chairman said, social media will be, you know, buzzing, and of course, we're grateful to have in our midst a very, very special guest, Her Excellency, Madam Buhari. Please, at this point, we would like to invite to the stage to give a welcoming and introduction the one and only TF trustee, Dr. Elumelu, to introduce Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria, Madam Aisha Buhari.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, all the other distinguished ladies who were kind enough to accompany her here, all other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Excellencies, ambassadors, and all our special guests here. You're all very welcome. But let me first be one of the first to congratulate the 3,050 successful applicants. Congratulations to you all wherever you are. And at the same time, to encourage the ones, I won't say not successful, but the other ones, the other entrepreneurs who went through the application process, and to encourage you to carry on in your work in developing entrepreneurship as a whole in Africa and the economy of Africa. So, it gives me great pleasure to welcome and to thank Her Excellency, the First Lady of Nigeria, for honoring us and accepting our invitation to join us here today as we celebrate the 3,050 entrepreneurs for this year, as we celebrate the work of the foundation, and as we celebrate entrepreneurship across Africa, in addition to, of course, the celebration of the birthday of our founder, Tony Elumelu. You're welcome, ma. Thank you very much. Like most of us here today, seated here, gathered here, and even tuning in and listening in, Her Excellency is also an entrepreneur. She's the founder of Hanzi Institute, located both in Abuja and Kaduna, I believe it is. So she truly identifies and understands what this is all about. In addition to this, I want to also commend the First Lady for her work. I'm a medical doctor, and as a medical doctor, I want to recognize, to commend, and to appreciate your work, your tireless efforts towards advocacy in improving healthcare across the country. And as we may or may not know, she has, in this her tireless work, she has commissioned a number of hospitals and maternity homes across the country. And so again, we say thank you very much, Your Excellency. And I actually look forward to partnering with you as the CEO of Avon Medical and as a Gavi champion for immunization in Africa. I look forward to working with you and your healthcare initiatives. So, we have heard how different African countries have supported the program, and we're truly, truly appreciative, the countries, the agencies. But I want to say that we cannot even begin to appreciate the fact that we have the First Lady here in our presence. If we didn't have this recognition, if we didn't have this endorsement by our own home country, it would seem like somewhat of an illegitimate program. So I want to say that, this gives a strong endorsement to what we're doing here, strong recognition to what we're doing here, and it gives us the strength, knowing that we have the support of our government, we have the support of our First Lady in particular, and the President as well. And I think it's quite apt that the First Lady is here this year, because as we'll see, when some of us may know, some may not know, when we started this program, we had only about a quarter of the applicants being female. So the foundation has gone out of its way to improve and increase the number of females we have participating in the program. And I'm happy and I'm proud to say that from about 20–25% of female applicants, it's grown to just over 40% of female applicants. And so I want to say thank you to all those who've applied, and thank you to the members of the foundation who have worked tirelessly to improve the numbers of females we have. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to join me, please, as I warmly welcome, if we'll please kindly rise to our feet, as I warmly welcome the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, to the stage.
Your Excellencies, the wives of the governors here present, Mr. Tony Elumelu, the chairman and also the founder of Tony Elumelu Foundation, and his dear wife, Mrs. Vivian Elumelu. Our royal father here present, His Highness King Pt.2 Banugo, the ambassador of Israel here present with us, and other representatives of other countries, and all other ambassadors that are here present, the representative of development institutions, my associates, the alumni of TEF, and also the new TEF beneficiaries. A very good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to stand on existing protocols, though I've already. I would like to start by thanking the trustees, management, and staff of the Tony Elumelu Foundation for bringing together global public-private stakeholders to witness the announcement of 2019 Tony Elumelu entrepreneurs, selected as members of the 5th cohort of the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program, which represents the founders' 10-year, 100 million commitment to identify, train, mentor, and fund 10,000 African entrepreneurs. I am pleased to be here with you, and I would like to commend the Tony Elumelu Foundation and Essential Development Partners for conducting the screening and selection of over 3,000 finalists from the pool of 216 applications received. Now, more than ever, amid slow recovery of the world economy, the contribution of entrepreneurship through small and medium-scale enterprises cannot be overemphasized, particularly in emerging economies. The Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program will certainly foster entrepreneurial development across Africa, providing much-needed funds, training, and mentorship of commercial enterprises that promotes social and economic change and support growing African businesses through dynamic programs that provide capital and human resources to budding entrepreneurs. In line with the foundation philosophy of Africapitalism, the African private sector must begin to play a more active role in advancing our continent. And the Tony Elumelu Foundation will contribute to strengthening the capacitizing and private sector to assume this position of significant influence across Africa. On our part, we are active stakeholders in this sector. In recognition of this, the strategy vision behind the engagement of the Office of the Wife of the President is to contribute to the acceleration of efforts to end preventable maternal, newborn, and child deaths through advocacy and the strengthening of accountability mechanism in order to enhance the peace and development of Nigeria. The steady advancement of women in contributing to the nation's socio-economic development and their progressive prominence in the national scheme of affairs have to a large extent impacted on the federal government, and the government has responded positively in many ways. In a bid to continue to advocate for the well-being of women, children, and adolescents in Nigeria, the Future Assured program of the Aisha Bari Foundation shared the same vision with the Tony Elumelu Foundation aim to emphasize potential true interventions in health, education, and economic development, empowerment. It is worthy to note that there has been a progressive increase in female participation in the Tony Elumelu entrepreneurship program over the years, with 41.6 female representation in 2019. I wish the cabinet would have the same percentage. Of the fact that women have continued to prove their strength and confidence in our societies in all space, even in male-dominated professions, not in politics. The emergence of women in several professions, male-dominated environments, give us hope that this achievement is a pointer to the capability of the Nigerian and African woman. And I would like to take this opportunity to encourage Nigerian women, particularly from the North, to apply to the Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurship Program. Indeed, I'm confident that these Tony Elumelu Foundation entrepreneurs will grow, inspire deep confidence in both local and foreign markets, and be a source of immense value, not just to Nigerian real sector, but to the entire African continent. Right from the first time I met Tony Elumelu, I don't know whether it's like 20 years now, we met at the function. We were invited by late Professor Dora Akunyili. And, according to our conversations, I know that this is the smallest thing he can do. Because Dora Akunyili stated that if you see a staff from his bank, the way they work, you know that, yeah, that particular staff is from, what's the name of the bank then? Standard Trust. Standard Trust Bank. Yeah, and also when we are discussing with him deeply, I was saying that, yeah, you know, the soul of the leader always determines the political health of the state. He was like, excuse me, what did you study? I said, no. Are you a lawyer? I said, no. So with this, I know that sky won't be his limit, with making sure that the future of Nigerians and the African entrepreneurs are assured. I also like to use this medium to wish you a very happy birthday and many, many years ahead in good health and prosperity. Also wishing you, Mrs. Elumelu, the same, and also Mama, my regards to her. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you. You may now be seated. Very heartfelt speech there. Very heartfelt speech. Please, once again, a round of applause for Her Excellency. Very good. Very good. Thank you. For continued support to the foundation and to Africa as a whole. And of course, congratulations again to the family for the next 4 years of our nation. Thank you very much. And now, let's see. Moving along swiftly, I would like to, in fact, it's an honor to call once again to the stage, the incoming CEO for the foundation, Mrs. Ifeanyiwa Ugochukwu. She'll be providing us with a vote of thanks. Round of applause for her as she makes her way to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's a pleasure to come up here to say a very big thank you. On behalf of all of Africa, sometimes I wish I was in the rooms, in the viewing centers across Africa where the entrepreneurs are actually receiving the news, because we on this side are cut off from that excitement. May I first start by thanking the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Her Excellency, Mrs. Aisha Buhari. We, on behalf of the Foundation, the Board of Trustees, the management and staff of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, and the entire Heirs Holding Group, we extend a very hearty appreciation to you, Your Excellency, because we know how busy your schedule is, and yet you found time to come and spend this afternoon with us on this occasion. We are truly grateful. We also want to thank our partners and everyone who in one way or another has supported the foundation in our work to institutionalize luck and democratize opportunity for all African entrepreneurs. I thank everyone in this room today for your willingness to come here and witness with us the unveiling of the 2019 Tony Elumelu entrepreneurs selected to the 5th cohort at the 2019 program. And of course, last but not the least, I would like to congratulate the 3,050 young men and women across Africa who have been selected out of 216,000 applicants. Today, your entrepreneurial journey begins. I wish you great success as you embark on this journey, and remember to continue to inspire. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. I know we're coming closer and closer to the end of our program, but at this juncture, we're going to have a very brief photo session right here on stage. So, if you will allow me, I will call on to the stage, first of all, photographers, I know you're ready, but please let us welcome Her Excellency, Madam Aisha Buhari, to the stage for photos. And we'll also invite the chairman himself, Mr. Tony Elumelu, his wife as well, Dr. Awele Elumelu, to come to stage for our end of program photo session. Okay. First one. Photographers, we're giving you 3 seconds. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, and now we'll also like to invite, absolutely, all the ambassadors present to make their way to the stage as well. The Israeli ambassador is here. Of course. And we'll also like to invite King Banigu to the stage as well. The outgoing CEO, Madam Amaka Vir. And of course, the incoming CEO, Madam Ifeanyiwa as well. right. That's it. Thank you. I can come in? Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. I think we have enough shots, photographers. That is good. Thank you very much. Okay. So now, as we are only keeping on the stage Her Excellency, Chairman Elumelu and his wife, Madam Dr. Elumelu as well. But we'd also like to invite to the stage as well the First Ladies of the governors present as well, if they can make their way to the stage. All right. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. And we'll also, at this point, would like to invite the partners present to make their way to the stage for their photo session. Thank you very much.
ADB, Benin, okay, UNP, ICRC, Botswana.
Thank you so much. Thank you kindly.
Finally, they say behind every successful event, there are people who have made it possible. So Her Excellency would ask the question, and I said, we'll give credit to the wonderful team at the Tony Elumelu HH organizations who are here. Please kindly join us and let's take final group picture with Her Excellency. You guys come, please. And thank you so much for everything. Can you guys come quickly, please? TFHH. Yes, Her Excellency's group. But let's take with Her Excellency's group first, please. Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, can you come over? Bola, Dube, Deshola, UBA, can you join this, please? Can you guys be fast, please? Can you guys come up, please? I will leave room to others. No, okay, you I'm not taking with, huh? Okay, Simba, you will join. Some people can be at the back. Very tall people can be at the back. Oh, and have a handshake as the CEO, the whole CEO. Whole CEO. Have a handshake, just a handshake. How people are doing your job here? People go. No, you're not so tall. Simba runs one of our healthcare businesses. Val, you had come have a handshake with Her Excellency. Thank you. It's enough. So that they will agree tomorrow.
All right. Thank you for that fantastic photo session. Round of applause for our dignitaries and everyone involved again. Thank you very much. May we stand for the national anthem, please. May we all rise for the national anthem. Thank you.
You've been watching Channels Television's live coverage of the unveiling of the 2019 Tony Elumelu Foundation Entrepreneurs 3050 in all. The event is holding in Abuja, the nation's capital. Do stay with us as we resume our lineup of normal programming. And coming up next is Network Africa.
This comes to the end of our session today, and we're going for...
You've been watching a live Channels Television event.